Hey everyone, this week's herb recipe is holy basil and tropical chickweed pesto, which I'm really excited about. We're going to start with some Thai basil. You can probably find this at your local Asian supermarket. They also have it in pho. And this is your regular sweet basil, which Publix will have. And this is African tree basil, similar to holy basil. I grow it out in my garden. It's a little drier than holy basil energetically. But it's so good, and it has all those stress relieving properties that holy basil has. And this is just some dried holy basil from the apothecary. And here is some fresh tropical chickweed that I picked from the garden. It grows this time of year down here in Southwest Florida. And also Biden's alba, or Spanish needle. And this one's really good for coughs. If you've got phlegm, it also just grows in the garden. And then, here's some stinging nettle. You know I love nettle. This one's amazing with all of its benefits. And here's gotu kola, which is really good for the brain and blood flow. It even looks like a brain, huh? Yeah, this is a really good one. I just picked about 4 leaves just to add it into this pesto. And you're gonna want some spinach and olive oil. Also apple cider vinegar with the mother, and I have some holy basil infused rice vinegar. I just took a bunch of holy basil and infused it in rice vinegar. And here are some pine nuts and sprouted pecans. These are the bomb, let me tell you. And of course black pepper, nutritional yeast, and everything bagel seasoning, and a food processor, coffee grinder, and a strainer. Yeah, and those are the tools that you'll mostly need. So we're just gonna start by washing all the greens here, and keep in mind that this recipe is one that I made with stuff that I had on hand, plus I picked up a couple goodies from the store. So, work with what you have in your garden, and you don't have to follow it exactly, but this is what I decided to put together in this pesto today. It smells so good. I just love pulling apart the fresh herbs. The aromatherapy that comes from it is amazing, and it's really rewarding when you can work with herbs from your garden. Oh yeah, you're going to need a measuring cup too. So we're going to start with about 1/4 cup of olive oil. And we're going to do 1/4 cup of the holy basil vinegar and some apple cider vinegar. We're just going to blend that all up in the food processor. It's already smelling good. This holy basil, the African tree basil here is really fragrant as well. It's a little stiffer to work with, so you're going to want to chop it up. And then the Biden's alba. That's also really good topically for bug bites, by the way. And that tropical chickweed that I put in there is really good for the lymph system, and you can also use it topically for any skin conditions. Gotta have the nettle. I love nettle. It's so nourishing for the body. Good for building the blood too. And so we're just gonna grind up that holy basil that we got from the apothecary and put it in. Ooh, it's already starting to come together. Let's add our pine nuts. All right, some seasoning. And then we add some herb-infused citrus salt and black pepper, and the nutritional yeast. That herb-infused seasoned salt we had made in our December workshop. So I'm adding a little bit more olive oil, another 1/4 cup. It just seemed like it could use a little bit more of the oil in there. So again, this is going to be based on your preference, so go ahead and modify as needed. Now we want to add a little bit of a citrus. So I had a pomelo in the fridge. A pomelo is the mother of all citrus. You can find it pretty commonly in the Asian supermarkets this time of year. So I just want a little bit. I didn't have any lemons or limes, so we just use this instead. It's kind of like a grapefruit, an orange, and a lemon all in one. It's really good. This one was vibrant and pink inside. So pretty. The skin, I'll use the skin of the pomelo in my rice water hair treatments. Oh yeah, definitely want to add garlic powder and onion powder. Gives it a good taste. All right, time to test it. Oh yeah. You know that hit the spot. That was so good. I can taste it right now. It's so good. Oh yeah. Definitely gonna want to make this at home. 2 thumbs up. Double thumbs up. All right. Let's get this ready for snacking time. I got a little pesto on my lip there. Alright, so you're just going to want to put it in your container. And if you put plastic wrap on top of it and store it in the fridge, it'll keep and stay pretty vibrantly green. Oh, this was so good. I had some gluten-free crackers, and all I did was I took some sparkling water with some zest of the pomelo and topped with pomelo, and it just made such a beautiful drink to go with this holy basil tropical chickweed pesto. Look at that. Ooh, so good, so vibrant, and so good for you. Well, I really enjoyed making this video for you and can't wait to see you next time.